So for all those who didn't know, for all those who didn't hear it, we've got Dre Marshall in the house, and he's right here hanging with us. We're gonna talk to him and say, "Hey, Dre."
Hey, what's up?
He's got that little baby face, you know, that little. So what's going on, man?
Everything is going on.
God's good, right?
Good. God's amazing. Everything's beautiful. Life is good. I got a saying, you know, everything above ground is a good day. So
that's for real.
It's a good day.
It's true. Yeah, we're bopping to. You can hear it in the background. One of Dre's stuff. I call it stuff. You know.
Stuff.
Yeah. You write a lot?
A whole lot.
A whole lot?
I write quite a bit, yeah. I write quite a bit.
Where did this come from, man? Where did you start this? How did it start?
Ironically, it was 1999. No, it was 2000. It was the summer of 2000. And I had been in this group. I was doing poetry at the time, called myself Diversify. And I was getting ready to go to college. And I was sitting there. And I had taken a year off, and I decided to go back to school. And I was sitting down, and I really was like, you know what, God, if, you know, I think that I can bring something different. I think that I can fill a void and sort of mesh or merge the gap between the separation of how believers do music and how unbelievers do music. And I sat down, I took the Best Man soundtrack, The Roots, had a song with Macy Gray, and I took this instrumental and I wrote my first verse, and that was where it all started. That was where it all started.
Did you think you had a talent, or people were telling you had? Why don't you rap, or you just loved rap, or what was it about?
Well, it was like sort of a dual purpose. I never wanted to be a rapper.
Right.
Never. It was never my interest.
What were you going to school for?
Theology, actually. I went to Bible college.
Okay.
So I knew that ministry was it. I just didn't know what rap was. But I always wanted to read my poetry.
Okay.
Went from the love songs for the girls and the poetry to writing about God and just different things. And I actually was sitting in a Bible study, and a rapper named Todd Bangs, and it used to be Trey Z back then, but we were sitting in Bible study, and he pulls me to the side, and he was like, yo, like, man, you need to stop writing these silly poems, man. You need to spit a verse, man. It's there. You can do it. And I was like, nah, you know, y'all cats, they were good. They were, you know, older than me. They were better than me. And I, you know, I grew up singing in the choir and R&B and, you know, smoking lots of weed. No, I didn't say that.
So what were you doing in the choir, right?
Faking it, you know. You know, so but it was like, yo, you could do this. And when I did it, I was like, I'm actually pretty good. Right. You know, it really impressed me, you know, but it was God-given. Right. And so, you know.
You surprised yourself.
I did. I was very shocked. And I rapped that verse everywhere I went for the next year. And I rap other people's verses with it so that they would think I really could rap. And so, you know, so.
Are you a shy person?
It depends on the situation. I'm pretty comfortable regardless of the situation, but I tend to analyze things. So I'm not really shy, but I can be.
Yeah, it depends on.
Yeah.
But when you got into it, when you started to spit out those verses and stuff like that, go back, try to remember what your vision was. Did you go, I could really make a career out of this, or was it like, this is fun, I want to just enjoy this, you know, or maybe this is a real ministry? What was going on in your head?
Well, all right. If you look at Christian music, it's always comparative to something else, except for quartet music and traditional gospel music. Well, in rap amongst gospel music, I would say about 97% of it sucks. Back then, like 98.5% of it was really bad. And you know, and even now, there's a nice percentage of cats who are really good, really creative. They really have the personality. But back then, a lot of people took the aspect of if you say the name of Jesus, then your music could be bad quality. You didn't have to mix, you didn't have to master. Your lyrics didn't really have to be good. You know, it was like, well, you know, we ain't got to be like the world, but it's like, but you want people to listen to you instead of the world, yet you don't want to give them the same thing. And so for me, it wasn't about a career. It wasn't about anything else except being great enough to stand on a platform with everybody else, with Wayne and Jay and Ross and all those cats, and say that I do this for God. This music is about life. And that's what it was all about for me. That was what it was all about for me. That's my focus still today, is to make great music that's timeless, not something that you listen to today and 2 weeks later it's corny. You know, so that's what it was.
All right. We don't want you to go anywhere. We're going to break it a little bit because we want to put some stuff in between, and we're going to come right back and talk to the man. Got some interesting stuff going on. Be right back.